Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Welcome to our lesson on simple present tense and simple past tense. These are two important tenses in English grammar that help us describe action in the present and past. Let's dive into the details. The simple present tense describes actions, habits, or universal truths that happen in the present time. It can also describe emotions, repeated actions, or interactions. For example, the sun rises in the east, a universal truth. She walks to school every day, a habit. The train arrives at 8 p.m., a scheduled event. Now, let's look at the formula. There are two types of sentences, nominal and verbal. The nominal present tense is used when there is no action verb in the sentence. Instead, it uses the verb to be, is, am, are. First, here the positive form, subject plus is, am, are, or to be plus complement. For example, she is a teacher. Second, for the negative form, subject plus to be plus not plus complement. For example, she is not a teacher. For question sentence, to be plus subject plus complement. For example, is she a teacher? When do we use is, am, or are? Use is for singular subject like he, she, it. Use am for I. Use is for plural subject like you, we, they. The verbal present tense is used when there is an action verb in the sentence. Here's the formula. Positive, subject plus verb base plus s or es for he, she, it. And for example, he plays football every week. For negative sentence, subject plus do or does plus not plus verb base. For example, he doesn't play football every week. For question sentence, do or does plus subject plus verb base. For example, does he play football every week? We also use time expression like always, often, every day, usually, and sometimes with this tense. When to add s or es to the verb? For subject I, you, they, we, and plural subject, we use verb 1. For subject he, she, it, or singular subject, we use verb 1 plus s or es. And how do we add s or es to the verb? Add s to most verb when the subject is he, she, or it. As an example, she reads books. Add es if the verb ends in o, sh, ch, ss, x, or z. For example, he goes to school. If the verb ends in y with a consonant before it, change y to ies. As an example, she studies math. If y has a vowel before it, just add s. As an example, he plays games. Now that we understand how to describe action in the present, let's move on to the simple past tense. The simple past tense is used to talk about action or events that happen and finish in the past. The uses of the simple past tense. First, to describe finished events in the past. For example, William Columbus discovered America in 1492. Second, to state past habitual actions. For example, I visited my uncle every day for a year. Third, to mention events that were true for some time in the past. For example, he lived in Surabaya for more than 7 years. Now, let's look at the formula. There are two types of sentences, nominal and verbal. In the verbal past tense, we use the past form of action verbs. Here's the formula. Positive sentence, subject plus verb to plus complement. For example, Anna ate batagor yesterday. For negative sentence, subject plus did not plus verb base plus complement. For example, Anna did not eat batagor yesterday. For question, did plus subject plus verb base. For example, did you eat batagor yesterday? The nominal past tense is used when there is no action verb in the sentence. Instead, we use was or were. Here's the formula. Positive sentence, subject plus was or were plus noun-verb complement. For example, she was hungry last night. Negative sentence, subject plus was or were plus noun-verb complement. For example, she was not hungry last night. For question, was, were plus subject plus noun-verb complement. For example, was she hungry last night? Common time expressions used with the simple past tense include yesterday, last week, 2 days ago, in 2018. When to use was or were. Use was for singular subject like I, he, she, it. Use were for plural subject like you, we, they. That's all for today's lesson on the simple present tense and simple past tense. Remember, don't be afraid to make mistakes when learning English. Mistakes are a natural part of the learning process. Keep practicing and you will get better every day. Good luck and see you next time.